Hey guys, tonight I just wanted to come in here and share a little bit more with you about my backstory and how I got involved with Beachbody, what it did for my life, and hopefully help you as a lot of us are starting off with our new goals, and some of us may be recommitting right now. And so I want to take you back to where I was when I started, because it wasn't always easy for me. Fitness wasn't a part of my life for many years. Well, let me backtrack actually. Throughout most of my life, starting at a very young age, probably like 10 or 11, I became obsessed with counting calories, starving myself, even battling with bulimia for a little bit, and doing all the things that you could possibly imagine that were horrible for your body, laxative, diet pills, bad things to be thin. I had this obsession with being skinny. I had this obsession with having six-pack abs in the 6th grade. I don't know where I got that from, but I completely started restricting calories, purging, and doing really dangerous things. Completely not positive at all. My mind was messed up. I had horrible body image and self-confidence, and I used exercise as a form of punishment and a form of purging, because I would go work out for hours on empty and run many miles on nothing, and basically just destroying my body on the inside, and mentally was at a low. So that was me up until about 18 or 19 when I left for college. When I got to college, I still battled with that. I actually remember the last day I made myself throw up, just being honest, and that was in college. And what happened in college was I started to meet new people. In high school, I don't want to say a complete nerd, but I was kind of a nerd. I did IB and I studied a lot, and I didn't go to parties and, whatever. In college, I started to meet new people. I became involved with the social scene a little bit, and that was fun. I started to drink more, go out more, and what I found was alcohol was a escape for me, and partying was an escape for me from my mental anguish that went on in my head all of my life, all day long before that. Because what was going on up here during that whole time with my eating disorder was a constant barrage of, you can't eat this, or if you eat this, then you can't eat this. If you have breakfast, you can't eat dinner. Oh, you shouldn't have that. Well, that has this many grams of fat. It was nonstop. The voices never stopped. And so when I started partying, it was a release from that, and it was freedom from that. So I became a complete party girl in college. Did not work out at all. Fitness, well, the first year a little bit, and then it just gone. So I started to, like I said, I put on some weight. I've never had a true, you'll never see a very good before and after picture of me. That's just the way it is. I have clothes that can show it. Probably about 20 pounds difference in my whole transformation, but my transformation was up here, majority. And so what happened was during college, my cats are going crazy. I completely fell off, partied a lot, was eating bad food, because that was freedom too. I was like, when I was drunk, I could eat ice cream and I didn't care and I didn't beat myself up. And that was an amazing feeling. So anyways, that was me in college, graduated, got my first job, was working super long hours, hated my job. It was in sales and it was very negative. And again, nothing healthy, eating frozen meals, not the healthy ones, living off of fake foods, taking caffeine pills because I was always exhausted. I would take caffeine pills and these energy drink supplements all the time, and basically just polluting my body on the inside. Horrible IBS problems to where I ended up in the doctor's office because one weekend was so bloated that I was like, there's something wrong. I didn't know what it was, but I was like, there's something. And all I did was got a box of pills to try, a medication, which I never took because I read the inside and was like, screw that. The warning was enough to scare me. And actually, that's when I started to do some searching on YouTube. I started to look at transformations. I don't know if you guys have ever gone on there, but I started to look up P90X transformations because I saw a late night infomercial, Insanity Transformations, and I found a girl online who was sharing her journey. She was doing Insanity. She didn't have a super fit body. She was a mom. She was, like I said, she wasn't super athletic looking or super fit. She modified a lot, but I loved it because every day she would post her experience, and I connected with that because I thought, you know what, if she can do it, I can do it. I had failed a bunch of things. Like I said, I did everything toxic. I got a personal trainer who basically made me to where I couldn't walk the next day, so I didn't go back to that. I tried Jillian Michaels DVDs. Those were boring, and I didn't stick to it. But I saw her going through it, and so I decided to take out my credit card and buy Insanity. At the time, I was making $10 an hour. I was broke. I had student loans, and I was still in school paying for that. So I had no money. So I know what that's like. And so I put $120 on my credit card and said, you know what? This is my skin in the game. And so what I did was I found an online community, Challenge groups like this didn't exist back then, but I found a Facebook group of people that were doing insanity, and that was the community. That's the community that kept me going. We connected on the workouts, we connected on Shanti and laughing about the people in the background dying, and we all died together through it. I will tell you, I sucked in the beginning. It took me about 2 weeks to where I finally felt like the clouds lifted. And it's funny I say that because that's what the girl said, and I swear I followed her and I thought, if she can do that, it's gonna happen for me. And I visualized that and I wanted to complete it. And I did, and I checked it off the calendar every day, and it was the best feeling ever. So that's why we tell you, complete a program, because it does something up here to you that goes way beyond the physical. And it proved to me that I could do things that were hard, and it was the catalyst for positive change in my life. After that, I realized I could do more. I went back to nursing school, went back to nurse practitioner school, got my master's, and all the while I was doing these workouts because they worked and because I fell in love with this community. So once I finally was done with school, I realized, actually my coach now randomly posted something in her Facebook about the coaching opportunity, which I never knew what that was. I thought it was a discount program, which you do get a great discount, but I didn't know what coaching was about. I loved these programs, I loved this community, and I randomly saw her post, read it, and just kind of felt called to check it out more because at the time I had just gotten into my career, super stressed out. Again, I found myself in a kind of a low. Here I am at the peak of what I thought was my dream job, finally accomplished that in it, and just not feeling the fulfillment I wanted. And I was working like 60 hours a week, so I really needed the accountability of my own fitness on a deeper level. And so I became a coach. Not to build a business, not because I ever thought that I could do this as an actual career or job. Like, that was not on my mind. It was honestly for this community. It was to pay forward the amazing feeling that these programs gave me, how Shakeology made me feel, how the workouts made me feel, and to empower other women and men to experience that too. And then coaching just brought it to a whole nother level. The people in my team that I'm surrounded with daily are my true friends. They're like the best positive people that keep me going day in and day out. The personal development that comes along with this business was huge. When I started coaching, I was not super confident. I'm still growing in my leadership skills. I didn't really believe that I could really help that many people. I just decided to go out there and share it. No idea what I was doing exactly, and none of us do when we start. I just fail forward, and I was afraid of rejection. I was afraid of what people would think. But I knew in my heart that these programs worked, and I knew that they could change lives. And I really believe in the power of prevention and how your lifestyle can really prevent disease and help you thrive. And then pairing that with, like I said, the community, the personal development, and the fact that I could earn an income for doing this. That was something that I didn't even really expect, but it started to happen just by my natural love of these groups. And that's where I started. I started with challenge groups. From there, it's become this awesome team. We have amazing people in this group who you're going to see throughout this challenge, who are now our coaches. Many of them, well, all of them really, were challengers. And so it doesn't take being at your goal, having a six-pack, being an expert at all. My cats are going crazy. All it takes is literally wanting to pay this forward. It's just reaching out a hand to somebody else who's maybe starting their journey and saying, hey, come do it with me. That's it. And so, I would love to share this with any of you guys who maybe are already in love with this community, already enjoying your workouts, because it's really so simple and it's so deep and it goes so much more beyond fitness, and you're going to experience that in this group if you plug in. So I want to challenge you guys to plug in, to visualize where you want to be, to find someone in this group who's your motivator and tell them, form up and be accountability partners and tell each other, you know what, if you can do it, I can do it. I think about you guys every day when I work out, and I'm constantly thinking, I don't want to work out every day. You guys might see me and think I'm a fitness queen. I don't want to work out every day, but I think about you guys. And so that's why I'm so grateful for this opportunity, because it's my accountability, and it's the ability to make friendships with all of you. But I want you to think about where you want to be. And when it gets tough, think about it, visualize it. It happens here before it happens in your real life. And if you visualize it, you're rehearsing it, you already know you're going to succeed. And I want all of you guys to have an awesome before and after picture when this group is done. I cannot wait to see them. Think about that every time you do it. And really just think about what you want in your life, because fitness is the catalyst for positive change in your life. Healthy living is going to propel you in so many ways in all areas of your life. Use this group, plug into the community, play full out, and let's rock it. So I just wanted to get on here, share my heart with you, let you know where I came from, because it wasn't always pretty and put together, and it's still not. You know, what you guys see on social media is often a highlight reel. So I want you to know the real me. And I'm imperfect and still working on my journey and growing in myself. So let's all do it together and let's make it a great rest of our week and finish it strong. Woo! All right. Good night, guys.